Uh, okay, hearing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kota Torikai from Gunma University and from Japan. I will talk about we decided to install the HealthShare, the first place in Japan. And in Japan, there are many colleagues in Japan. So we are trying to digitize the inside of the hospital, and we struggle with many troubles. And I want to share the history of the Japanese digitization in hospital field, and the key point to progress the better solution with the DX technology. Okay, so I will talk about mainly the 5 sections of the contents. And this picture was made by the ChatGPT 5. So that version was released 3 weeks ago, and it's very helpful. And so you see the named the listings, the memo cards, and so we received the name card, and so we know that this is made of the paper. So we already know about the paper is very, very useful. And but in the opponently, we are trying to digitize, and in fact, we struggles with the using or inputting the data with the digitize. So many times, and so many work stress. And in addition, in Indonesia, the population growing more and more, and it's very happy situation for the economics. But in Japan, the total population decreases currently, and the 50 years and the 100 years, maybe our population should be the half of the current population. So it's the very big issue in Japan. And this is the graphs shows the ratio of installing the EMR system in Japan. So the start from the 2011 and 10 years after, the ratio of installing EMR systems increasing, and near than 100%. So in order to distribute the fair and the safe medications, we know that all of the hospitals can share the information, even if the very small diagnosis or very small observations. And we now discuss about the sharing information system amongst the regions, and the economic backgrounds of the hospitals or medications that differs so many countries. So in Japan, the 70% of the medical costs will be paid by the government, and the people pay the rest of the 30%. But so in here, there's so many Asian countries, and so different costing systems that lies. And I know that the costing systems that directly reflects to the what shape of the medication collaboration is better. So this is low-cost medical, and this slide shows high-cost medicals. So this table is difficult to explain, so please take picture. Yeah, it's good. One good solution for the digitization. And even now, the chat GPTs read the pictures and understanding the meanings. So let's input it. Okay, so the next stage, we trying to challenge the digitization and even if the standardization, the name of the HL7 or recently the buzzwords, the HL7 fire. So we think about the categorize the two types of the medication group. One is the hospital, and the other one is the clinic. And most of all of hospitals, the EMR system is installed, but in contrast, the very small clinic doesn't have any digitization systems among just the costing receipt system. And I know that start from the 19 maybe 17 or 18, the InterSystems product gets the U.S. Veterans Affairs, the hospitals. It distributes all areas of North America, and it's the biggest connection of the medical information exchange. So they are the expert to the information sharing, and in contrast, the Japanese hospitals are not so big. We have mainly the areas, the central hospital and the surrounding hospitals. Then, so we sometimes facing difficulties to making the standards for the HL7 version 2. And currently, we try to standardize and distribute the HL7 file. So the Ministry of the Welfare supports the HL7 files technology. And we are the very different history, and but currently the result is the resembles. So next, I will show some examples of the HealthShare or the ancestor technologies, ensembles. So this is made not by the ChatGPT. This is my own graphics, and it's very important. So this is the model of what is the fire can do. So the left side is the input side. So the HL7 fire is less technology. That is the meaning of we can use the web technology into a hospital information system. And then the archives that is named the resources. And the resource requires so many standardized namings, allowing the SNOMED or some resources. Then we apply it to making the reports or documents. So HL7 version 3 is succeeded for making the clinical document architecture. The abbreviation is CDA. So the files is good for converting the V3s, the CDA, to JSON's document. And I like the JSON technology. And in future, so using the AI or some the medication algorithm or some guidelines is inputted to services. So the computer systems using the many APIs. So the API means the computers some making the communication with other computers, and it enables for us to make the the automations of the, our workflow process. So using the HealthShare, if we using already the V2, our version 2 technology, that is very difficult to read, and so if we missing to add some checking the bar, so we can't read all of the data. And the HealthShare technology safely converted the V2 data to file data. So, and the outcomes of the converting file is mainly the 3 result. So the details of these outcomes is already shown the past presenter, so I will skip it. So the next slide will show the real implementation history of our hospitals. So this picture is my workplace, the Gunma University Hospital, and it's in the middle of Japan, and it's famous for the hot spring. So so in future, this Asian conference should be held in Gunma Prefecture. Okay, so we facing a lot of troubles with communicating ask for the clinicians and the clinical staffs ask me to improve some DX compliance. So, but it's very difficult to hear. Maybe the many the workers around here experiences the same. Then we making the logic to digitize or using the tools. Then implemented it and try it and the troubleshooting, and then this cycle. So that goes around 5 or 10 times. Then we use the usual clinical situation. So it is so troublesome. And the background of the EMR system and the connection of the inter-system system. So this diagram is very easy to understand. The left side means the EMR system. We using the NAC's EMR system. So the converting this the arrow is the important point, and then the inter-systems database can change some smartphones output or some the terminal PCs or some other APIs reference. So this is the working working picture of the display. So the left side is the EMR's database, and then the right side is the standard forms of the SDAs, the inter-systems technology. And so I'm not the sales engineers of the inter-systems, but I'm a very big fan And so the merit of the interoperability is that I love that this technology, that all of the processes that can read as a message, and it helps a lot to making the troubles. So sometimes we can't read or some data are wrong, and we want to fix it, and this messages, it helps a lot to fix a bug. So after that, the processing the V2 technology, then we are happy to making the list of the SDA's format. This SDA format is made of the XML format. It's very precise but difficult to read. And then finally, we shape it, the SDA's format, to the more easily readable, the JSON's format. This is some applications of the file editor, and maybe this is the name of the documents, the bundles. Yes, is shown. So this is the internal process of the data converting. So after installing the ancestor product of the ensemble, we apply this technology in many medical fields. The one result is improve the processing speed of the heavy ion medical radiotherapy. So we have the very big machines for curing cancers, and it requires so many patients to irradiate to cure the cancer, and the process is very complicated. So this standard technology decrease the change of the irradiating schedules of the patients. It's very useful. And the other application is the communication with the pharmacist and the nurse. So they try to communicate when the drugs, ordered drugs, come to the inpatient floor. And it takes a very long time to communicate each other. So we visualize it to the process of the medication. So we decrease the communication time, and so both of the pharmacist and the nurse makes happy. So, and the extension of the medication improvement process, we are trying to prove the traceability of the medication's whole process. So from the order and the coming to the inpatient floors, and the record of the intakes result, and then the end of the inpatient floor and the follow-up process after the returning home. So it's big process, but we can making the automation process by using the many technologies, using the InterSystems database. So in future, many times we say data-driven, but it means very difficult. So that 10 years or 20 years, my experiences, the many difficult troubles lies in the outcome result. That is making the time, it means variable times for the medical staff to process more, to touch or care the patient, or thinking more the innovation process, or the good conversation for the skill up or the education. And but it has many costs. And the other problem is to the the lifetime. So usually the many EMR vendors or medical IT vendors can change the products. So it requires for the limitation of the life of the hardware. But when we change of the some subsystem of the medical ITs, so many times we are facing the loss of the variable data. So we can't so making the life so more long about the very variable the input or some even the variable clinical formulas in it. And so this is also not made for the ChatGPT's product. This is my product. and I think this is the easiest the diagrams of the InterSystems product. So basically, the caches start as the very high powerful innovations from the MAMPS technology. Then the application is the clinical situation and the analyzed applications. And then the 2020, the Fire server is firstly released. And then the SDA's format is improved a lot. And the HealthShare, the making some more precise and covering the big size. The scaling technology, and then the 2020 or more, the machine learning technology starts. That they successfully including their product, and then currently we are touching the technology of the HealthShare and the AI agent. Is it right? So the HealthShare is that I want to solve the very critical situation of our current medical ITs. That means that we can't sometimes fail to take over the variable medical data or even the programs in future. So the standardization and the unifying data systems can help for solving that problem. And so I want to say that this technology seems to be not so valuable when we start using the EMR systems, because the newest system is the complete fulfills our request. So, but when it making the time a lot, so many years, so we are difficulties to keep the relations of the many medication, the subsystem. This situation is exactly same in US and the European country, and the same in Japan. So so I want to say that this technology is good for good for you when you succeedingly use the medical IT systems for a long time. So when the 10 years or 20 years, so decades passed, we faced many times replacing so many locations and so many technologies. And we have to keep the relations for making the APIs process, the automations alive. So when the relation is lost, we lost the automation process also. So last slide, in future, so we have to be more convenient that. But so many engineers in Japan has complained that the connections with between the computers troubles a lot. So it's very bothering, and so many times, and not so visible. So, but the mapping engineers or the DX, the person should be the more and more enhancedly the promoting. So very important job is the mapping or the DX, the coordination or coordinators is required. So the engine or programs of the AIs, the levels up more and more. But the problem is how to integrate it as an automation system. So data can be used the some or projected the many use, but the person who makes the directory order how to make that by the data or why to make the data is more important, and the AI can't solve that problem. So the human or the skilled staffs know about why the digitization or some changes should be done. So so we are to more the making the education of the mapping technology, or he integrates between the IT technology and the medical practice. So he is more elucidated as a hero in medical DX. So last slide, if we automate all of the world, we can contribute even if the very small improvement in the hospital, so we can contribute all of the hospitals around the world. So let's go abroad for the very succeeding the DX story. So thank you very much for the kind attention.